Hello everyone, and today we are back for another Loomian Legacy Top 5 video, and we're going to be talking about the top 5 Baffle Loomians in all of Loomian Legacy. Baffle is a move that makes the Loomian swap out, while also lowering the opposing Loomian's speed. And this is listing the top 5 Loomians that can utilize Baffle the best. That out of the way, let's head right onto this list. Number 5 onto this list is going to be Marra. Marra is an awesome Loomian, and honestly, number 5 might be too low for this list, because Marra is awesome. Reflective makes it completely immune to light type attacks, and it's probably one of the best mixed attackers in all of Loomian Legacy. Has a very good offensive typing, has priority, has Metal Blast, has Fade Away. There's a lot of things you can actually use with Marra. It can even place barbs with Shatter. And yes, this Loomian also has Baffle, and with its really slow speed stat, it can also utilize Baffle really well. So why is it number 5 and not higher on the list? Well, Marra could definitely be in the top 3 of this list really easily. This Loomian is that good. The problem is, and the reason why it is at number 5 is because I think Marra does better with Fade Away than it does with Baffle. And while the number 3 and number 4 Loomians could definitely have that same problem, and while they're not as good as Marra, I think they use Baffle a little bit better than Marra. Not to mention, Marra doesn't have a healing move, so it ultrally relies on Health Amulet, and its melee defense isn't the best as well. Marra is awesome in so many ways, but there are a couple things that are keeping it only number 5 on the list, and it's definitely better in a lot of other areas other than Baffle. Number 4 onto this list is going to be Icygo. And this is what I mean about the Marra placing. Marra is definitely a better Loomian than Icygo. But I think Icygo is a better Baffle Loomian. And it's mainly because of its stats. It has better overall bulk. I think its defensive typing is also pretty good. I don't think it's as good as Marra's, but its defensive typing is also pretty good. It also has Rejuvenate. It's the best Baffle Loomian with Rejuvenate, which is awesome. And just like Marra, this Loomian also has Fade Away. Although I do think it is a worse Fade Away Loomian compared to Marra, mainly because it doesn't hit as hard. And this Loomian also has Bane of Haste, which makes Icygo a really good Loomian. And this is the reason why Icygo is higher than Marra. It's because it can actually utilize Baffle a little bit better than Marra, and it has a healing move. So it is easier to actually use Baffle on Icygo than it is on Marra. Not saying that Icygo is a better Loomian overall, because Marra is awesome in its own right, but Baffle on Icygo is better than Baffle on Marra. And that's why Icygo is higher than Marra on this list. So number 3 onto this list is going to be a surprise, because it's going to be Samarine. And everyone uses the Rev Up Sharpen set. But the Terrifying Baffle set is a pretty good defensive option. Mainly because this thing has a really high health stat. And while its bulk isn't the greatest, when you give the opposing Loomian a -1 melee attack, it could soak any melee hit in the entire game. I think it can even live melee electric hits, which is kind of crazy considering this thing is quad weak to electric. This also has Aqua Jaws to lower the opposing Loomian's melee attacks defense stat, while also having Steel Crusher to increase your own melee attack. I mean, Terrifying Samarine with Baffle is really good. And unlike other Loomians like Marra and Icygo, it doesn't have any other support moves that can really overuse the Baffle move. You have Baffle. It's its only really good support move, so you're going to be clicking the heck out of Baffle a lot. The biggest flaw with Samarine, honestly, is that it doesn't have a healing move, which does make it fall a little bit. But despite that, with Health Amulet and Terrifying, this Loomian can be extremely bulky. And that's why it actually makes the top 3 on this list when it comes to Baffle Loomians. It's an amazing Baffle Loomian, and y'all should definitely try out Tanky Samarine if y'all have the chance. Number 2 onto this list is going to be one of the new Loomians. It's Damori. Of course, Damori was going to make the top 3 of this list. It's one of the best Loomians in the entire game. It has Sponge that can soak water type attacks, has great bulk on both sides, Has one of the best defensive typings in all of Loomian Legacy, maybe besides Barblast and Chironics. And it also has Icicle Traps. It's the only Baffle Loomian to have Icicle Traps, which is awesome. You could use this as a lead to place Icicle Traps and then baffle out. This is also a Baffle Loomian that can also beat a lot of the range tanks like Venilin and Gatstroke, which is awesome. This Loomian is awesome. It also is a toxic type, so it can also get rid of poison barbs while swapping in. And since this thing has Baffle, it can baffle out of really rough situations and can help your team. This is why Damori is a really good Baffle Loomian. It's bulky on both sides, has Sponge to give it health back, and it has Spine Breaker to actually place poison barbs if you're hit by a melee attack move. Damori is awesome, and it's an amazing bulky Loomian altogether, even if you don't run Baffle with it. Despite that though, it does fall a little bit short to the #1 spot. And I think everyone knows who the #1 Baffle Loomian in all of Loomian Legacy is, so let's just head to it right now. The best Baffle Loomian in all of Loomian Legacy is your Snack. No shockers here. Your Snack is amazing. It has great bulk on both sides, has slap down, priority, and it hits decently hard. With the tank ability, your Snack is probably the best Baffle Loomian in all of Loomian Legacy. Yes, it doesn't have a healing move, but it doesn't need a healing move, because look at that. Flash and Flee from Luminami doesn't even do 30 damage. That's what makes Tank OP. And I did hear that they are going to nerf Tank in the future, so it actually does get disabled by barbs, which will definitely make it a little bit worse. But despite that, it still makes your Snack the best Baffle Loomian of all of Loomian Legacy. It has a pretty good defensive typing, it has priority, slap down, and it can even run Fade Away. Now, Fade Away on your Snack is really bad because it doesn't actually do that much damage. It's just better to run Baffle with it. But despite that though, it is still another option to run, and it could definitely be good in certain situations. There's no contest. Your Snack is the best Baffle Loomian in all of Loomian Legacy, and I don't think there's going to be a better Baffle Loomian unless it has like an amazing defensive typing and Rejuvenate at the same time. So yeah, your Snack definitely deserves #1 on this list. And here it is, your Snack, the best Baffle Loomian in all of Loomian Legacy. I hope you guys enjoyed this list. If there are some other Baffle Loomians that I missed on the list, please tell me in the comments below. This is a remake for my top 5 Baffle Loomians I made last year, and I think this list is definitely a lot better than that last one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all all later. Bye-bye!